So, how are we going to start this?
Like we did last time?
Well, last time was the first one, though.
Once upon a time.
Once upon a time, there was a Q&A session.
About
Bugout.
Okay.
the Smash series on Amazon Prime and YouTube, WROL.
There you go. Awesome. Hey guys, I'm the director of the WROL Series and Bugout, and this is Eric McGraw. He is one of the lead actors in the series, and Jason Hardy, who plays Alex in Bugout. So we're going to have this cool Q&A session, and we're going to go over some comments from Bugout and have some of these guys experience some of the comments that we get to see. But then we're going to also have some personal questions for these guys and see what they have to say. So, first comment. Frank and Dana Snyder. Post-apocalypse fat people. Don't think so. Do you want to say something? Do you want to answer that one, or should I answer it?
You answer.
Okay. First of all, the world is full of fat people, and so I'm pretty sure there's going to be fat people in the post-apocalyptic world. There's no way to get rid of them, and they might lose a little bit of weight as time goes on. But in Bugout, like, it's 2 or 3 days after chem bombs went off. Like, honestly, there's going to be a lot of fat people out there, and there's nothing wrong with fat people.
Fat people are people too.
Yes, they're actually pretty friendly.
They're
So,
awesome.
exactly. Don't mess with them. Okay, next one. Sepher and Aegon. Why are we to believe that the villains here are really bad? What if their cause is just, and lesson learned, don't ever make assumptions about combatants? Either of you got comments on that?
Yeah. That is my religion.
Your religion.
But actually, as an actor, we learn to not judge our characters. Like, I often play bad guys, but when you're playing the bad guy, you're not thinking, oh, I'm a bad guy. You're just wanting what you want and doing whatever you think is the best choice to do what you want.
Right.
And everybody's got their own personal perspective. From an outsider's perspective, it might look like a bad guy's choice, but that character, he's just doing what he wants to do, and
He's just making his decisions.
yeah.
And I think bad guys, some are worse than others. And we get to see how bad these guys are and how some of them possibly are fighting within themselves to retain something of their humanity, I guess. Mm-hmm. So, Swagger and Heat. Honestly, on this situation, I would have stayed in the tent, took my mask off with the kid, and let God do the rest. That's pretty mean. Like, maybe if you're suicidal, like you did.
But then there wouldn't be a next episode, so.
Yeah, that's true. There wouldn't be.
That would be like the end of the season.
The next episode would not happen.
There would be no more. There would be no more role.
True.
Yep.
Yep.
True.
And I don't think Clive's that kind of guy. Right? I mean, I don't think he'd just be like, let's go and kill ourselves in this tent and take our masks off.
Oh no, he's a worker. He's
a fighter,
determined.
dude. He's a fighter.
Yeah.
Like, Clive,
Yeah.
he went far and beyond what
Yeah.
he should have. But, okay. Jeff Hamill. I don't know what people are complaining about after watching this video. I went to Amazon Prime Video looking for the movie. Not kidding. Nice work. You've got me hooked. Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks, Jeff.
Yeah. There's so many cool comments in there and, well, positive comments. I know there's a lot of opinions that people have about the films that we're making, but like there's a ton of people who really enjoy them. And that's like kind of the coolest part about it is seeing some of those people who find the video and then watch it and then they're really enjoying it. We would like to make a movie of this. The truth behind indie filmmaking is it requires a lot of money to make a full feature film of something of this magnitude. And so for us, we are just touching the surface of what we'd like to do with these episodes and this series. And doing it as a series allows us to do it over a long period of time and have episodes drop every year. Like at least we're trying to get 2 episodes a year is kind of the goal. So, yeah, we'll get there. Anyone else have a comment on that one?
Let's get there.
Let's get there. Holy acid for libtards, SJW, LGBTQ, Dems, and Antifa. That's the person's name. 5 out of 5, very good acting. I'm adding this to my apocalypse short films. Please make more apocalypse videos. I would love to see a lot of actions like camping, looting, scavenging, killing, and bushcraft survival. Either of you have a say on that?
Amen.
Amen. I would definitely like to see more of WROL as well. It's a fun story and to be telling all these different aspects. And Scott, our government cares about us. OMG, didn't know this had a comedic beginning. Good job. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate that. I'll answer first, and then I'll let these guys kind of give their take on the comedy of WROL. I feel like comedy is everywhere, and I think seeing it is sort of the fun of living. And so, like, personally, sometimes I feel like including that into WROL is essential to having a good story, because it allows us to release a little bit of that tension that possibly builds up from all the drama that's in it. And then, like, there's that comedic moment where you're just like... I think that stuff's really nice for film. And, I mean, even The Trap, like, you miscounting was completely an actor's error. He was so into character that he just totally fibbed the numbers. And it, like, and as soon as I saw that, I was like, okay, that's staying in. That's part of Clive. That's Clive's character. He is not...
Yeah. So that was my real dumbness that I brought to the character. That is true, y'all.
But it was awesome. Like, literally, it was so much character that, like, it says so much about the bad guys when he can't even count from 10 to 0. All right. Just Bob. Don't know what else he had in his bag, but we watched him load up about 25 pounds of canned food and water, unless he has a stash of 100. Filters for the mask. After he leaves the city, forget the mask. Chemical bombs seep through your skin and you're dead. I'll answer a portion of it.
Yeah, you go.
A lot of people keep thinking these chemical bombs are traditional chemical bombs, and this is a series about a fictional world, and so there's going to be an episode dedicated specifically to the chemical bombs, how they were delivered, and how this post-apocalyptic world began. And I think people just need to realize that this isn't the typical chemical bombs that we expect from everything. Instead, they get into your lungs and they cause paralysis and they kill you off slowly. Okay, and the last comment is Cecil Potter, outstanding. I'd actually agree with him, like 100%. It was pretty outstanding.
Thank you, Cecil.
Yeah, Cecil number 1. What's your favorite thing about being Clive?
He's a really interesting character, and I've been working on the series for it's been 2 years.
We're getting close to 3 years, honestly.
Oh wow! So as an actor, I have I've experienced and seen in him an arc that's really interesting to me, and it's getting more interesting. And I really like that he's got lots of levels, and we see him as silly, we see him as grieving, we see him as scared, kind of like me, kind of like a human. And my favorite characters are those type of characters that have that kind of depth. And I think a good series is crafting that as it goes, which is what ROL's doing.
What we're doing.
That's what we're doing.
Cool. Anything else?
Did I get to have this guy as my son? That was pretty cool.
Yeah. So what do you think is one of the coolest things about being Alex?
Then I got to actually lay on the Trevor.
Travoy, yeah?
Yeah.
That was fun, huh? People got to drag you around and take you places. You didn't have to walk anywhere. That's cool. Okay, Jason, what's your favorite color?
Red.
Red.
Bold choice.
What about you?
Really? Truly? Periwinkle. That's the truth.
What color is periwinkle?
Actually, it's the color of a flower, but it's like light blue with a hint of lavender in it.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Okay, here's a question for Clive. Do you think Alex is dead?
As Clive, I think I'm terrified that he might be dead, and I'm not totally certain. Or I'm just really hopeful that he's not.
I think, yeah, I would definitely think that he has this glimmer of hope that possibly his son's still alive. All right. Do you think Alex is dead?
Yeah.
We'll see. Okay. Where do you think Clive's going to end up?
Probably Marie Callender's having a pie.
I'll have to put that in. Okay. What about you? Where do you think Alex is going to end up?
Probably at a pool party on somebody's roof.
Oh, so Alex actually like played dead, and he went to some town where they're just partying all the time.
I have to come find you now because I want to go to that pool party.
Yeah, exactly. That sounds like a cool pool party. All right. What about this question? Why did you take your mask off?
Probably because Clive ordered McDonald's and I had to use my mouth.
Okay. All right. So it's Clive's fault. He must have forgot about the McDonald's he picked up on the way out of town.
Yeah.
Okay. Why did Clive not strap his mask on better?
Because I had to eat the Big Mac, and it's like too big to get in a little opening that's closed all the way. So,
Okay. What was the most difficult thing about being Alex?
Having to stay so still.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, that was. I remember that.
you're good at
Playing
that,
dead.
and that's a skill as an actor, actually.
Yeah, definitely. What about you, playing Clive? What was the most difficult part?
I noticed that often when I commit to a character, life starts to reflect art, and art starts to reflect life. And at the time that I was going into Bugout and it was happening, there was some stuff happening for me personally that was difficult, and yet at the time I was like, wow, this is perfect. I can use this, and I was grateful for that, and it made it kind of all that much more challenging. So I feel like I personally went along for a journey like Clive was going, not just like, but anyway, yeah. And it was great because it helped the process. So,
It's cool.
yeah.
All right. What do you guys expect in the next episode of WROL? WROL Survival. That's the name of the next one. Survival.
What do we expect?
What do you think you'll find in the next episode?
I know some things, but I don't want to spoil them. But surprises.
Surprises, definitely.
And even more deepening of character.
Right.
And more juice.
More juice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's getting
definitely.
juicier.
It's going to get very, very in depth, I think, about who Clive is. Cool. Well, thanks for coming out to this Q&A, and if you guys enjoyed it, please give us a like and comment. We plan to do more of these, so if you leave us some comments, possibly we'll answer them in the next Q&A. We're probably going to bring on Scud and Dave. Those are the characters in Bugout. So played by Michael Thawne and Musa Aiden.
It's not Dave. My name is Finger.
Yeah, whatever, Dave. Okay. But really, if you really enjoyed these videos, make sure you subscribe and like them and share them with people because we want to make more of them. And from your support, that is possible. So have a great day and great weekend, whatever day it is of the week. And you guys can expect an episode a little bit later. It's not going to be that quick because it takes time to make these things and make them good. So you guys can expect the next episode to be a little bit better than the last one. All right. See you all.
Bye.